أهلا بكم في برنامج الترجمة قسم اللغة الإنجليزية المحاضرة الثالثة والأخيرة في مادة Grammar 1. طيب parallel structure. يعني إيه parallel structure? You know the word parallel means متوازي. Structure يعني بناء الجملة، يعني البناء المتوازي للجملة. طيب تعالوا نقرأ مع بعض. In good English, the forms of words should be as similar as possible. لازم يبقى فيه، يعني عشان نكتب إنجليزي مظبوط كويس لازم يبقى أجزاء معينة في الجملة متشابهة بقدر الإمكان. When we relate words or phrases، يعني لو احنا بنربط كلمات أو phrases، وانتوا عارفين يعني إيه phrases، a group of words without a verb or a subject, they should be balanced. Balance يعني balance يعني متوازنة، ميزان. balance يعني ميزان. In the following sentence there is no balance. نشوف يعني ايه لما اقول I like to read and swimming. طيب أنا I'm relating to read and swimming. Now to read and swimming are not the same, and the sentence as it is not correct. لكن to read صح، swimming صح. الغلط هنا في ايه؟ الغلط في الربط بين حاجتين غير متوازيتين. I like to read is correct. I like swimming, this is correct. When we join to read and swimming in one sentence, we do not have parallel forms. فين الforms? We have to read, this is one form, and swimming, this is one form. The sentence can be corrected in one of two ways. يعني أنا ممكن أقول I like to read and to swim, to read, to swim. I like reading and swimming, reading and swimming. ففي هنا there is balance, there is parallelism، في توازي ما بين الكلام. طيب parallel structure is required in 3 cases. في 3 حالات in which we need parallel structure، البناء المتوازي ده. with أول حاجة with coordinate conjunctions اللي هي and, but, or. with paired conjunctions, you know that pair means two. يعني that is a conjunction which is made up of 2 words. يعني لما أقول both حاجة and either برضو في حاجة في الوسط or and neither nor not only but also and with comparisons. طيب نشوف أول حاجة بقى parallel structure with coordinate conjunctions. طيب قلنا ال coordinate conjunctions اللي هي and, but, or. طيب coordinate conjunctions join together two equal parts. يعني equal parts? Nouns, verbs, adjectives, phrases, or even clauses. They must join together two of the same thing. ما اقدرش اربط noun and verb وزي الجملة اللي فاتت دي. I cannot relate the infinitive to swim and the present participle اللي هو reading. طيب نشوف if we are joining together nouns. هقول the boy is not, sorry, the baby is not a boy but a girl. Boy and girl. I need a doctor or a nurse. I enjoy reading and writing. all are nouns. طبعا انتوا عارفين ان reading and writing reading and writing, this is the present participle which can be used as part of a verb. لما أقول I am reading هنا it's part of a verb. لكن I enjoy reading هنا بستعملها كnoun. وعارفين كمان إن أنا ممكن بستعملها كadjective لما أقول I do not have the reading book يبقى استعملتها as an adjective. طيب verbs ممكن أقول you can study or sleep. He rings up بيتكلم في التليفون. To ring up يعني call someone over the phone. He rings up but never writes. He smokes and drinks. Alright? Adjectives. Here I'm joining adjectives. هقول the news was. خدوا بالكم إن the news دي كلمة مفرد. The news was true but sad. True and sad are adjectives. He is honest and hardworking. A film may be short or long. I can also join clauses. I am not worried about what they do or where they go. And عندي what they do, this is a clause. Where they go, this is another clause. وخدوا بالكم I am not worried about what they do دي what type of clause? It's a noun clause لأنها هنا إيه object of the preposition about. مادام قلت or يبقى where they go ولا and برضو هتبقى زي اللي قبلها. It is an object of the preposition. طيب he wants to go because it is late. This is an adverb clause of cause زي ما احنا فاكرين. And because he wants to go. Because it is late. Because he wants to go. الاتنين are clauses. He likes to go to bed early. But we prefer to stay up late. احنا بنحب نسهر. طيب I can also join phrases اللي هي groups of words without a verb or a subject. There are books in the library and on the shelf. All the phrases are underlined. Then you can find bread in the supermarket or in the bakery. Bakery يعني المخبز. I will not come next week, but the week after. Next week, week after. All right, let's do exercise 24. The following sentences put the word that indicates that the sentence should have parallel structure or parallel parts in a box. Underline the parts that should be parallel and indicate if the sentences are correct or incorrect. Type. She worked as a typist, a shop assistant, and at a restaurant. Type. And is the word that says we should have parallel parts. طيب نشوف البارتس اللي عندنا بقى. أنا عندي typist, shop assistant, and لازم يبقى عندي برضو noun. ما أقدرش أقول يعني typist noun, shop assistant noun, وبعدين أقول and ويبقى عندي phrase. لازم يبقى عندي noun. ممكن أصلحها إزاي؟ هقول she worked as a typist, a shop assistant, and هي بتشتغل في مطعم هقول مثلا and a waitress. She worked as a typist, a shop assistant, and a waitress. Type. The book you need could be in the library or in the bookshop. Type. أنا عندي or بتربط إيه؟ In the library phrase in the bookshop phrase برضو. This sentence is correct. He works very hard but gets little money. طيب عندي works very hard دي clause، وبعدين عندي but اللي هتربط، لازم تربط two clauses. طيب he works very hard، دي clause. gets little money، this is another clause. The sentence is correct. He came late, gave some excuses, and ending with an apology. طيب عندي and. طيب أنا بقول he came late clause، gave some excuses another clause, and ending with an apology. This is not a clause. and لازم يبقى عندي ending is not a verb، لازم تبقى and ended with an apology. جه متأخر، ادى شوية اعتذارات، وبعدين اعتذر، ادى شوية أسباب يعني، وبعدين اعتذر. طيب number 5. You should know when the program starts and how many courses you must take each term. طيب you should know when the program starts. بصوا بقى، أنا هنا عندي a sentence تقريبا، ده أنا عندي clause ومعاها clause تانية. and how many courses you must take each term. برضو عندي هنا clause وتبقى الجملة دي صح. Alright, it's skill 25 now, and it's about parallel structure with paired conjunctions. قلنا paired conjunctions they are both and, either or, neither nor, not only but also. طيب دول برضو لازم يبقى عندي parallel structure. يعني ايه؟ أنا بقول both and، يعني اللي يجي بعد both بالظبط هو اللي يجي بعد and، اللي يجي بعد either هو اللي يجي بعد or، بعد neither هو اللي يجي بعد nor، not only يجي بعدها حاجة يجي زيها بعد but also. طيب يلا نشوف. I know both what I want and what I can. Clauses. Either Ali or Ahmed has the keys. Ali, Ahmed. طيب the money is neither in the drawer nor in the purse. في المحفظة. She is not only a good mother but also a great daughter. A good mother, a great daughter. خدوا بالكم حتى يعني عندي اسم وصفة قبليه، وهنا اسم وصفة قبليه. طيب notice that parallel structure means the same parts exactly زي ما قلنا، نفس الأجزاء بالظبط. The following sentence is not correct. We want either to go to the cinema or the theater. ممكن يتهيأ لنا ما نسمعها كده إنها صح، بس هي مش صح. أنا بقول either to go to the cinema، to go to the cinema يبقى لازم هقول إيه؟ or to go to the theater. اللي يجي بعد either هو نفس اللي يجي بعد or. في كذا حاجة صح للجملة دي. ممكن أقول we want either to go to the cinema or to go to the theater، وممكن أقول we want to go، خليت to go في الأول، either to the cinema or to the theater. ولو جبت either قبل كده هقول we want to go to either the cinema or the theater. When you are using paired conjunctions, be sure the correct parts are used together. طيب نعمل exercise 25. put the word or words that indicate that the sentences should have parallel parts in boxes. طيب احنا هنقول we're not going to put in boxes. You're going to find that at the end of the book. According to the bank, you can either ادي أول حاجة you can either pay monthly installments or you can pay cash. طبعا الجملة دي غلط لأن كان جت في الأول ويو جت في الأول فيو كان دي مش هعيدها. أنا بقول you can either pay monthly installments or pay cash. You can get في الأول قبل either so it shouldn't be there. أنا بقول either pay monthly installments أقساط شهرية or pay cash. alright طيب it would be both يبقى عندي both and it would be both lawful and logical قانوني ومنطقي if everyone involved had to pay the price. أنا عندي مجرد هنا كلمتين بس اللي هما two adjectives. It would be both lawful بعد both جه lawful adjective and بعد and برضو جه adjective اللي هي logical. This sentence is correct. I would like either بعد either جه ايه to visit my aunt or لازم يجي نفس الحاجة to go to the dentist. صح دي to visit my aunt to go to the dentist. either the dean either جه بعدها the dean العميد or لازم يجي وراه or كمان اسم the vice dean correct can allow you to postpone your exam. طيب they want not only نشوف not only جه بعدها ايه they want not only to buy a car but they لا they جت في الأول but they also would like to buy a house. دي فيها حاجات كتير غلط قوي. خدوا بالكم معلش ان they at the beginning of the sentence should be capital T. They want not only to buy a car but أكيد also to buy a house. كل اللي جه ده زيادة but also to buy a house. يبقى to buy a car to buy a house. اللي جه بعد not only هو نفسه اللي يجي بعد بعد هو اللي يجي بعد not only هو اللي يجي but بعد but also. لكن شايفين في لخبطة كتير هنا ازاي؟ طيب عندي هنا بقى parallel structure with comparisons لما بكون بقارن حاجات. In comparisons we point out the similarities يا إما بنقول على التشابهات or differences أو الاختلافات between two things. Those similarities and differences must be in parallel form. برضو مع ال comparison لازم يبقوا in parallel form. Differences are indicated by ER than أو more than أو less than. طبعا بقول ER في آخر ال adjective لو كانت قصيرة وبقول more إذا كانت الباراجراف ال adjective طويلة. يعني بقول older than لكن بقول more comfortable than. لما بقول بقى إنه أقل بقول less than وبقول fewer than إذا كانت حاجة بتتعب. طيب بقول Luxor is farther than Alexandria. طيب أنا هنا بقارن إيه؟ Luxor and Alexandria. طيب Luxor is farther than Alexandria. Noun and noun. اسم بلد واسم بلد. Easier said than done. عندي said و done. الاتنين past participle. To be healthy is better than لازم to be healthy is better than بقارن اهو يبقى to be rich حاجة زيها برضو. What is written دي clause is more easily understood than بعد than هيجي نفس الحكاية than what is spoken. يبقى what is written and what is spoken. Comparisons showing similarities are indicated by as ساعات يبقى في حاجة أكبر من حاجة أقل من حاجة، لكن في مقارنة برضو إني أقول حاجة قد حاجة أو زي حاجة. طيب هقول مثلا this tree is as tall as a palm tree. الشجرة والنخلة. طيب boiling vegetables is the same as steaming them. boiling vegetables, steaming them. هنا صح إن أنا أستعمل الضمير لأن it's not nice to say boiling vegetables is the same as steaming vegetables. I know that them is the pronoun which means vegetable. The course I attended هو ده اللي هقارنه is similar to the course you attended. عندي the course I attended, the course you attended. طيب نعمل exercise 26 and let's see if we have parallel structure. His paper at the conference. دي الحاجة اللي بقارنها. His paper at the conference. خدوا بالكم إن at the conference دي ممكن أحذفها تماما. Was more original than hers. hers معناها إيه؟ hers معناها her paper. يبقى أنا قلت his paper و her paper تبقى الجملة دي صح. Swimming in the sea is more fun. هو ده اللي هقارنه than to swim in a swimming pool. لا أنا بقول swimming in the sea يبقى لازم أقول is more fun than swimming in a swimming pool. Swimming in the sea is more fun than swimming in a swimming pool. يا إما كان ممكن أقول to swim in the sea is more fun than to swim in a swimming pool لأن swimming صح و to swim صح. الغلط هنا إن لازم الاتنين يبقوا زي بعض. I want a new air conditioner which is as powerful as يعني الاتنين هنا لازم بقول ان الاتنين هنا متساويين. I want a new air conditioner which is as powerful as the old one. أنا بقول I want a new air conditioner which is as powerful as دي المقارنة. يبقى الحاجتين اللي أنا بقارنهم إيه؟ a new air conditioner والتانية the old one يعني the old air conditioner. This is correct. What we need now should be the same as we. لا أنا بقول مش هقول as we needed before. أنا بقول what we need now. يبقى should be the same دي اللي بقول إنهم زي بعض. should be the same as. زي ما قلت what we need now لازم أقول what we needed before. الجملة صح تبقى what we need now should be the same as what we needed before. This lesson is more difficult than we had before. طيب أنا بقول this lesson هو ده اللي بقارنه is more difficult than we had before. يعني this lesson ملهاش نفس الستراكشر بتاعت we had before. ممكن أقول this lesson is more difficult than the lesson we had before. Alright? نروح بقى. Skill 27 is the form of comparatives and superlatives. يعني إيه comparatives و superlatives? You know that we have adjectives. الادجectives دي ليها positive form, comparative form and superlative form. The positive form اللي هو أول حاجة لو أنا بقول مثلا ليلى، الجملة اللي عندي دي هنا ليلى is young. طيب ال comparative form دي من compare، يعني أنا بقارنها بحد واحد تاني، فهقول ليلى is younger، ده ال comparative form، younger than نادية. بيبقى فيه ER لو كانت الكلمة قصيرة، وبيبقى فيه more لو كانت الكلمة طويلة. وفي كلا الحالتين when you are comparing لازم بستعمل than. طيب بقول ليلى is younger than نادية، عندي في الجملة التانية adjective طويلة شوية، فهقول نادية is more intelligent than ليلى. alright. طيب the superlative is formed with the، زي ما بستعمل هنا ER و more في السوبرلاتيف. superlative that means that you're comparing one to all، بقارن حد بالباقي كله. زي ما بقول ER و more هنا بقول EST و most. زي ما لازم في الcomparative عندي than، في السوبرلاتيف لازم قبل الصفة بقول the. طيب the superlative is formed with the، وبعدين الشرطة دي معناها الادجective و est or most لو كانت طويلة. est is used with short adjectives زي more، زي er، and most زي more is used with longer adjectives. Sometimes the superlative is followed by in أو of أو that. يعني ممكن أقول أحمد is the، أدي the في الأول، tallest man in the family. بقول نادية is the most intelligent of all my students. Cairo is the largest city that I have lived in. alright. وساعات ما يبقاش في الحاجات اللي في الآخر دي. The fastest swimmer wins the gold medal. ممكن أقول in the competition. alright. طيب let's do exercise 27. هنشوف ال comparative وال superlative ونشوف الجملة صح ولا غلط. An armchair is comfortabler than a chair. طيب comfortable is a long word، ما بقولش comfortabler، لكن بقول an armchair is more comfortable than a chair. To answer the questions, you choose the most appropriate answer. Most appropriate صح. أكتر إجابة مناسبة في الكل، أكتر إجابة مناسبة. ما دام قلت the most يعني you're comparing one answer to all the other answers. لكن في الجملة الأولانية I'm just comparing one thing، armchair كرسي فوتيه، لكرسي عادي من غير إيدين. The time we are living now is the most importantest time that we lived in decades. أنا بقول is the most important. ما هي EST هي most. is the most important. طيب. Exams this term are earlier than they were last year. Exams this term are earlier. أنا بقارن الامتحانات الترم ده بامتحانات السنة اللي فاتت. يبقى بقارن حاجتين في بعض ببعض. بستعمل الcomparative. يبقى are earlier. early طبعا دي كلمة قصيرة بقول earlier. are earlier than they were last term. طيب. على فكرة الجملة دي I want you to notice this. This is not completely parallel. مش احنا بنستعمل parallel structure مع ال comparative. أنا بقول are earlier than. يبقى exams this term are earlier than exams last year. Alright? Are earlier than exams last year. مش they. الجملة دي مش كويسة. بس انتوا عارفين دي حاجات بتعدي وبتستعمل وبتتكتب. لكن الصح قوي اني اقول exams this term are earlier than exams last year. Winter used to be more long in the past than it is now. Winter used to be longer, not more long, longer in the past than it is now. نشوف skill 28. How to use comparatives and superlatives. استعملهم ازاي بقى؟ زي ما قلنا قبل كده. The comparative is used to compare two equal things. حاجتين زي بعض. بقول term 1 class is longer than term 8 class. Nadia is more intelligent than Layla. طبعا عندي term 1 class و term 8 class. عندي نادية وليلى. The superlative بالنسبة للsuperlative بقى, the superlative is used when we compare more than two items. بنقارن أكتر من حاجتين and we want to show that one of them is the most distinguished. واحد من اللي أكتر من اتنين دول is the most distinguished, هو الأكثر تميزاً. لما أقول term 1 class is the largest in the program. صح. أنا بقارن term 1 بكل الترمات في البروجرام. Nadia is the most intelligent of all the students in the class. برضو نادية بقارنها بمين؟ all the students in the class. يبقى استعمل السوبرلاتيف. نشوف exercise 28. Underline the comparative or superlative and indicate if the sentences are correct or incorrect. Type Cairo University is the most distinguished university in Egypt. أنا بقارن Cairo University بكل الجامعات في مصر. يبقى هستعمل إيه؟ superlative. Nadia is more hardworking of the class. طيب أنا بقارن نادية بكل الفصل. يبقى هقول more hardworking. أولا more hardworking لازم أقول, لو بقول more يبقى لازم أقول than. دي غلطة. الغلطة التانية إن أنا بقارن نادية بأكتر من حد بالجميع. فهقول نادية is مش more بقى is the most hardworking of the class. The computers bought this year have more capacity than those يعني than the computers bought last year. الجملة دي أنا بقارن the computers bought this year. مش هقول إن دول جمع وبقارنهم بالكل. لا, أنا بقول الشوية اللي اشتريناهم السنة دي ساعتهم أكتر من الشوية اللي اشتريناهم السنة اللي فاتت. فأنا برضو هنا أعتبر بقارن حاجة بحاجة تانية. The computers bought this year have more capacity than those يعني than the computers bought last year. وفي توازي كامل هنا، في parallelism. The computers bought this year والتانية those اللي هي computers bought last year. The job applicants اللي متقدمين للوظائف ولا للوظيفة were informed that the second exam should be the most difficult of the two. The most difficult of the two. مفروض هنا أقول the more difficult of the two لأن أنا بقارن exam بإكزام تاني. If I have to buy a new AC يعني air conditioner, I will buy the more powerful AC I can find. لا، هنا بقى غير جملة نمرة 4. أنا بقول the more difficult of the two لأنهم اتنين، لكن لما أقول the more powerful AC I can find يبقى أنا بقول واحد مقابل الجميع. يبقى هقول if I have to buy a new AC I will buy the most powerful AC I can find. alright؟ طيب نيجي بقى لآخر skill اللي هي the irregular ER structure. طبعا انتوا عارفين ان ER ده comparative يعني comparative comparative structure، في بناء كده للجملة بستعمل في الcomparative. طبعا ER معناها برضو ان الكلمات الطويلة بقول more. طيب an irregular comparative structure consists of two parallel comparatives introduced by the harder you work the more you achieve. دي بالظبط زي ما بنقول بالعربي كلما اشتغلت كلما نجحت. The older you are كل ما كبرت the wiser you become كل ما عقلت. طيب in each of the two sentences above you have two parallel comparatives. Both comparatives are followed by the same structure اللي هي subject verb. In this type of sentence, the and the comparison may be followed by a number of different structures. مش شرط يبقى subject and verb, but they have to be parallel in both parts of the sentence. ده الباراليزم، لازم يبقوا متساويين في الجزئين بتوع الجملة. The more books you have, the more shelves you need. Books you have, shelves you need. The harder you study, the better you are. You study, you are. The greater the challenge, noun, the higher the achievement, النجاح. طيب, note that in the last example, خدوا بالكم بقى, there is no verb, yet this is a correct structure in English. أنا هنا استعملت اسمين. The challenge, the achievement. فما كانش عندي فعل. ممكن الستراكشر ده ما يبقاش عندي فعل والجملة تبقى صح. طيب let's look at exercise 29. Put the two comparisons with the in a box. هنشوفها صح ولا غلط. The hotter the climate is, the more humid it gets. طيب the climate is, the hotter the climate is, the more humid it gets. فين ال comparison أو فين ال adjectives؟ the hotter the more humid. طيب لازم يجي ورا الاتنين نفس الحاجة. the climate is subject and verb it gets برضو subject and verb، وقلت لكم إن ممكن طبعا بستعمل الضمير، لأن وحش قوي لو قلت the hotter the climate is the more humid the climate gets. لا، ممكن استعمل الضمير. The funnier the film the greater audience at the cinema. أنا بقول the funnier the film the funnier the film the greater، زي ما قلت the climate أقول the greater the audience at the cinema عشان parallelism. The more mistakes you make the worse the situation will be. طيب the worst دي غلط. the worse لأن أنا بقول bad worse worst. The more mistakes you make the worse the situation will be. عندي mistakes you make وعندي situation will be فاعل وفعل. The more balanced food they eat the healthier the children are. The more balanced food they eat the healthier the children are. أنا عندي more balanced وعندي healthier وعندي food they eat وعندي the children are. Correct. The thicker the clouds thick clouds يعني السحاب الكثيف يعني. The thicker the clouds the rain that falls is more. لا، أنا بقول the thicker يبقى the more. The thicker the clouds يبقى the more the rain. ومش هقول that falls لأن أنا ما عنديش فعل بعد clouds. The thicker the clouds the more the rain. ممكن أقول the more the rain that falls لكن يعني مش ضرورية قوي. And it's better when I have complete parallelism. طيب, this is the end of lecture 6. Thank you very much. Your exam will be 40 items in which you choose one answer out of 4 answers. There is only one correct answer, A, B, C, D, and you choose the correct one. Thank you very much. We meet next term for Grammar 2.